If you just joined us, you're watching SMB on Smart 24 TV, and we're speaking about how best can we improve our local content in film industry. And I'm still with Musinguzi Godfrey, who is the CEO Uganda Film Night, and also a filmmaker to deep dive us through that particular journey. Well, we're still discussing about investment, but now let's talk about film as a career. Why should I put it in my mind or be interested in film?
One, it's self-explanatory. It pays well. Film pays well.
Does it here?
Yes, it does. It does. The fact that some Ugandans don't earn from it, it does.
Okay.
Yes, because today we have filmmakers or actors that earn up to a tune of $30,000 US. Yeah, and we have class A, we have B, so it's up to you as a film person. Whatever department you fall in, how do you prepare yourself or how do you train yourself to become better? So it is a career to take on. We have it at the senior university, Makerere University, being offered as a course. So people need to embrace it. You know, years ago we used to believe so much in becoming a lawyer, becoming a doctor, a pilot. But today we have doctors crying out for increment, salary increment. We have teachers crying out for salary increment. Some of the careers in that field have been affected by what is around us. For example, film as a career, you inspire yourself. Yes, you're self-inspired. You become a mirror for the community and people learn through.
Do I have to be talented? I feel like I can act. Do I have to be talented? Do I have to go to school for it? What do I need to make sure I tap into that space?
The fact that you feel it, you can. That is the talent.
Okay.
Yes, every Ugandan, let me show you something.
Okay.
I am a Christian. God created man, and man was given everything he needs to become successful on earth. So when you discover it, the earlier you discover it, the better.
Okay.
So the sooner you discover it, you take a course on that, polish it. God never created us to go direct to school. No, we were supposed to discover who we are, the potential and the talent he gave us, and then later you discover the strength. Okay. That's why international schools are doing better, because they only feed your ability.
They feed what you have discovered.
Yes, they
for
feed.
Yourself
Thank
first.
you. That's why many international schools, they have little time for literature or sitting down in class. They have a lot of activities to help you discover yourself as soon as possible. All
right then. And then if you could share with us maybe how much does it make or does it take for someone to make a very great film, a very good film? How much does it cost?
The scope of how much is needed to make a good film here in Uganda cannot be, I may not give you exact figure. Estimation can be between 50 to around 150 million shillings. And
that would make me go sell on Netflix? Or it would remind around...
Selling on Netflix is actually very funny, selling on Netflix. Selling on Netflix, one, you need a very good agent. Okay. Two, your story must be appealing. And then your craft. Because I may even have the 50 million shillings and don't be able to achieve a good film. Yes, the craft of the person, the team you're working with is what makes a good film.
And how about the best paid actor? You know, the public always needs, to know how much does the #1 actor around the country here earn? If you're to estimate for us.
A Ugandan actor today earns around...
And the less earning?
300,000 a month to 2.8 million shillings.
300 a month to 2?
That is the minimum.
That is for the minimum?
Yes.
So the highest earn you're telling me is around
2.8
million.
Yes.
Okay, then.
But those may not be the exact figures.
Estimates, please. Yeah. So as you take on the career around film, you can know at least what you hope for. And now let's speak about the copyright law. How do you think it's time to introduce the copyright law around this film industry?
The copyright law is there. I think one of the challenges we've faced with the policy makers or the authorities that are ready or are supposed to inspect the copyright law is they will always tell you the manpower and the resources they need to inspect. So, and me, I believe, I'll say it confidently, it is intentional to just leave the industry the way it is. It is intentional because one, the policymakers and whoever is leading does not understand the denomination of the practitioners in the industry. So we've politicized everything in this country. Everything has been politicized, and at that level, people don't know who they should work with or who should be helped. So for us, we've stated our case before them and told them, if you really have a problem of employment and the young people don't have jobs, we have an industry that can create 1 million jobs. This industry, you just need to structure it, invest in it, and we move. So the copyright law is there. If you read it, you just be satisfied. But I should say the people that are supposed to implement or to follow up will always have excuses.
But is it the right time to put it in force?
It is the right time. When is the right time?
I mean, when the industry is ready, giving blockbusters.
We have blockbusters. We have films here that have won in best festivals. Yes, we have films here that are making it. Now that we are making it even on Netflix, we have a committee for Oscars. When is the industry ready? Are we going to sing this for the next years to come, that when the industry is ready? It's just that we have around, how many TV stations do we have in the country?
And sorry?
How many TV stations we have around the country?
There are many.
Very many, 100 plus.
But when we talk about the film industry, the movies making it to other platforms like Netflix, the biggest around the world, but it has, that is Yellow Jumper, Girl in Yellow Jumper has also faced a lot of criticism around the public, around the consumers, that maybe it wasn't even having, you know, very great opponents or components or elements for it to be there. To what extent should we really appreciate? Or what was that lacking? Okay, you can tell us from your perspective.
Actually, let me tell you something. Everyone will come out. Let me show you. I told you, when I was beginning this session, I told you Africans never appreciate, because you know why? When we were in school years ago, Hollywood brought their films to our schools. You remember even they used to make us pay 500 shillings for entertainment. They would bring the Schwarzenegger's films, Chuck Norris. So our mind was built to that level. So the audience we are running in today is not our audience. We as filmmakers need to go back to schools, raise our audience, and those are people that will celebrate us. Today, the audience we have has telenovels in their mind, they have Chotibahus, Chinese content, they have Hollywood content, so there is room to compare. So I urge my fellow filmmakers, let's go back to schools, let's find a best way to go back to schools and raise our audience.
Because I mean, when you go to Netflix, you're not just around here, but you're now conquering the worldwide, the global market.
Yes, and people have appreciated an African film from Uganda, East Africa, on Netflix. It's the first film. It is the first film. It's not the best film, yes, but it is the first film, and we need to celebrate that. The fact that Lookman has kicked that door for us, we can all now be inspired. Oh, we can put a film there. Oh, they even film best filmmakers or better filmmakers at Lookman Ali. But
so
for them, they wouldn't
have be the last Lookman on that particular.
Yes, Netflix. That's what I'm saying. That we need to learn how to appreciate our very own.
Okay, and as we conclude this particular conversation about film making, what is your take in regards to you speaking about policymakers, you're speaking about authorities making at least unfair policies? What do you have to say about what you're doing as filmmakers? I don't know, do you have organizations that bond you to make sure you take your requisitions to those particular people to call you on table? So far, what is there?
This is what I'm going to say on these airwaves. As a filmmaker and a practitioner, a leader in the sector, we have done our very best to present our case before everyone that takes or has an element of film in their mandate. We have associations, we have clubs, we have foundations, we have groups that take us as filmmakers, very organized. The industry is organized, but it's very unfortunate that every government agency that has a hand in film, they try so much to disorganize us. I'll give you a very clear example that years ago the government came up with an idea of forming a CWG, that was a coordination working group that every agency that had a hand in film came together and they began discussing things about how best they can help the industry. And the very agencies broke up. They separated with different ideas. Everyone now is working their own corner. You'll find gender is working their own corner.
Now.
Yes, they are not coordinated. Okay. They are. It's the government. For us as a film industry, we are organized because no one has helped us to take a film to Netflix. No one has helped us to take. It's been a filmmaker. Lukman Ali will tell you he's struggled to put those funds together. He's worked with different actors and he has explained to them they've agreed to work with him. So no one has helped us to make anyway. We would appreciate the Uganda Film Festival. Yes, thank you. But at the end of the day, we need more than that. We need these agencies to come together, form a body that it will handle the industry wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Not because I have the funds, I'm better than the others. So that thing should get out
and
of
how far do you think, how far behind are we to make it to Nollywood, industries like Nollywood? How far?
I will tell you we are there. The reason why you don't see that vibe and the warmth is because now it's now at the government's level. It's now at the government's policy level. If the structures are clear, you will know that Ugandan films make this much. But because those structures are not there, Ugandans struggle on their own to make the money out of those films. They've submitted their films to different festivals and they have won. But because the policies don't allow that publicity to flow to the local person, people don't know that we are there. We are actually blocked by just the government agencies. Okay. If they can only come up, clear the way for the film industry, you will see an industry that is far better. Actually, on the continent of Africa, Uganda has the best talent.
Okay, and also, has it ever crossed your minds as makers to come together and produce one super film?
That has been done, but that does not justify that this is unity. It just does not in any way preach a message that we are together. We are all together, working together, putting different pieces together for the good of the industry. So coming together, putting a superstar film, it does not really mean that we are working together. The musicians have done it, but do we see unity? Yeah. So we've done it. There are projects that people come together, like 5 production houses, put up a film. So we've done it, and we are good. We are good.
Okay then. And also when we look at were you among the beneficiaries of a stimulus that the industry gave artists to help arts come out strong and from COVID-19?
Which industry? Which industry gave the stimulus fund?
At least they gave an entertainment industry. You could tell us.
Yeah.
Film industry.
Thank you for this opportunity. The stimulus fund that came benefited more of musicians. Okay then. Yeah, actually if you read and look through the filmmakers never benefited from that stimulus fund. When we come to the e-concert, we never benefited as filmmakers. I run a Uganda Cinema Night at the National Theatre, and surprisingly it is the UNCC that was distributing the stimulus fund. And we are partners in the Uganda Cinema Night. We never came together to discuss how best can we exhibit Ugandan films so that a filmmaker can benefit. We have the Film and Culture Week coming up in May. We're still struggling for funds. And we've called on different government agencies for support. They still have their own reasons why they should not support or why they're not supporting. But the Film and Culture Week is specifically a film market. Focusing on how best can we attract foreign investment and foreign content buyers to look at our films and also try to create a rapport with the filmmakers. So we were not helped as filmmakers. Filmmakers never benefited. We have the poets, we have the visual artists, we have musicians earned money. They got a lot of money together with the promoters of the music.
All right then, as we conclude, if you could share with us about the film night. Are there any challenges as you interact with, the consumers of that particular entity?
Yeah, like I said, the challenge
and how you are addressing those challenges.
One, I am trying to draw a program. I run a foundation called Kampala Film Development Foundation.
Okay.
We're doing a program to go back to schools and raise our audience. The challenge we are finding today that many filmmakers like you, the corporates or the middle class people, don't appreciate the local content. They always want to sit on Netflix and watch different content. So one of the challenges is
you said earlier about watching Indian, watching...
Yes, Indian, you're watching Korean films. Yeah, just sit down and read all the TV programmings in Uganda. You'll see a lot of foreign content. So the challenge I have as an exhibitor of the Ugandan films at the National Theatre is that we faced a challenge of publicity and marketing, and then being appreciated in the public. Many filmmakers or many stakeholders and other interested parties don't see it as a platform they can invest in.
Okay.
I'm trying to develop an idea to tell the country that if we only have these exhibition places for Ugandan films, Ugandans will begin to appreciate.
Okay then.
Yeah.
And maybe if you could tell us how far do you see the film industry in the next 5 years?
Well, it is actually the biggest thing. I'm calling on every investor to begin to eye where to invest. Film is becoming the biggest business, because even among the best 10 industries in the world that will make money, entertainment is part of them.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And that is Godfrey Musinguzi, who's a filmmaker. We were discussing on improving the local content and the film industry for this particular country. I'm Rita Kabanyoro at Rita Kabanyoro on social media platforms. Coming up, Joram Paul Sonko with sport.